Good morning, noon or night. My name is Jet, and welcome to my channel, JITV, Jet in the Valley. Is it a very loving thing to do to know you find out that someone is going to get hurt, and then you just don't tell that person? You just don't tell that person. Like, you knew they were going to get hurt, but you don't tell them. So, is that very loving? Is it loving to withhold information that you know could stop someone from being hurt? That's not loving. The whole problem is, a lot of times, with the information that someone's going to tell you that's going to stop you from getting hurt is going to be information that people want to reject and they don't like, because your mind and your body don't like love. If you want to stay safe, so-called safe, if you want to avoid as much suffering as possible, let's say that, okay? If you want to avoid as much suffering as possible, then you have to stay as far in love as you possibly can, okay? Love is not some hallmarky Valentine's Day type of thing. The love that I'm speaking of is the love that was the cause for anything to exist at all. That kind of love. That kind of love loves life. So anything that anybody does that goes against life, okay, it's against love as well. Anything that you do that would be called bad for you, like you eat too much sugar and you binge on these things and you all the different things that your mind and your body want to do, and all the different things that this world like promotes as being cool and like fun, and all these different things, like mainstream like music industry wants to promote and say is like good, and it's like a reward to be able to sleep with a bunch of different people all the time, and these different things, okay? A reward is not a reward if it's something that makes you sick, okay? If someone gives you, if you're allergic to freaking milk and they say, oh, here, good job, and they give you a glass of milk and you drink it and you get violently ill or you have anaphylactic shock, it's like, you know, duh, that person's allergic to milk, and she, you know. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. That exact example. If you are a souled individual, you have the animating life force capacity to understand love. If you have the capacity to understand love, real love, as in the reason for the entirety of everything type of love, then you are allergic to anything that's not love, okay? You might as well be allergic, like go into anaphylactic shock to anything that is not of love, okay? Because it is not good for you. So as much as you look at TV and look at people around you, and I'm just doing everything that these people are doing, so why is my life, why am I not satisfied? Why am I not fulfilled? Why don't I have what I think I need? Why don't I have any love? Okay, we don't have any love because we didn't know that we were allergic to anything other than love. We didn't know. No one told us. It's like growing up your whole life and having a lactose, being allergic to the milk, and you just didn't pick up on it. You didn't pick up on it. Like, sometimes you drank a little bit and you just got it feeling a little bit bad, but you know, a couple times you drank a whole bunch, but at the same time you drank a whole bunch of that milk, you also ate a bunch of chocolate, and you also did this, and you also did that. So you did not put all the way 2 and 2 together that it was the milk for certain that made you sick, okay? Because you've got these other little things that have been mixed in. This is what I'm trying to tell you. If you love love, and you know about love, and you can understand love, and you will know that if you have joy, peace, contentment, happy, if you feel like you need love, then you already have it in there. You are of love and from love. And if you love love, then you are allergic to anything that is going against love. And it's making you sick, okay? Nobody told us this. Nobody told us that doing things that go against love and participating in things that go against love is going to make us sick and going to keep us separated from love and from happiness, peace, joy, contentment, kindness. It's going to keep us separated from self-control and patience, you know. If someone would have told us, hey, you're allergic to the opposite of love, right, when we were little kids, and just explained it very clearly, just like you're explaining a lactose allergy to a child. You sit down and say, hey, you have a lactose allergy. You are allergic to milk, okay? Whenever you drink milk, you're going to get sick. And if you don't want to be sick, then you have to not drink the milk. There's no way around it. They try and come up with pills, and they try and do different things, right? They try to make solutions, okay? But what you have to not do when you're allergic to milk is not drink milk. You have to not drink the milk. And that's what you teach your child. And then you find substitutions and things that are good for you. And you find you help the child learn how to not drink milk and how to stay away from it, and in a loving sense. So that's what I'm trying to tell people, is if you understand love and you have the capacity for love, you're allergic to anything that goes against love, and it's going to make you sick. It's not a reward. These things that they're promoting as a reward, they are not a reward. Anything that keeps you in pride, okay, I've discussed that. Pride is not a virtue, okay? Pride keeps you separate from love, okay? Pride, all of these things, okay, that go against love, that we're allergic to as souled individuals, they make us sick, all of these things, they can be used against you. This is like the whole problem. All these things that are against love, that make you sick anyway, that aren't good for you, they can be used against you to manipulate you like a puppet. But most people just are not aware or understand, because this has all been normalized. What I'm speaking of has all been normalized because of the era and television and different things that have all been happening. What I'm telling you is normalized. They've normalized everybody being sick because everybody is doing all the things that go against love. So now we have a totally sick society, and we're sick, and all the families are broken, and there's no love because it has been promoted that everybody participate in activities that go against love. And those things that we're supposed to remain in love to keep us strong, because it's the superpower. Love is the most high, and love is the superpower. So if you continue to participate in doing things that are against it, you are not only weakening yourself, but you're also becoming easy to manipulate, you know? So that's what I'm saying about pride. If you're proud of your country, right, and somebody comes on the television and says, oh, these people are trying to start a war at your country, so you're going to say, oh, well, let's send all of our 18-year-olds over and sacrifice them because we're proud of our country, and we're not going to have that happen. It's like, war is not normal. And how do they keep happening? Why is this happening? The level and the organization of war is not of an everyday person. An everyday person is not capable of that. It's these systems that are in place that are manipulating people and getting people to go against love. So I can't help that is the rules of reality. And once you realize that you are allergic to the things that are against love, okay, you realize you've been doing all of these things that go against love, you will understand that it's pretty ridiculous to think about once you understand it, okay? It's because we've all been conditioned to walk around like we're crocodiles, you know what I mean? And we're really like rabbits or something. Crocodiles eat the rabbit, right? So we're pretending to be crocodiles, but we're really rabbits. And how ridiculous is that? This society the entirety of the world is getting further and further and further away from truth. They're getting further and further and further into deception and lies every single day. And they're getting more ridiculous and more ridiculous every single day. And two things are happening. So, two things are happening at the same time. It's getting more and more ridiculous. And some people are getting sucked down in with this and doing more and more and more against love and in opposition to love and pretending to be something that they're not. But there's a portion of people that it's gotten so ridiculous now that they see and they understand, like, wait, this isn't normal. What's going on here? So they are going more and more and more and more into love. They're like, I'm not going that route. I understand that where that route is going, and it's now I have to not lift myself, but now I am aligning with love and going higher and higher and higher this way. So it's like a toilet bowl flushing. So you flush a toilet and the water is spinning and spinning and spinning. It's going down faster and then it flushes. But at the same time it flushes, new water is coming into the bowl. New water is coming into the bowl. So that is the era of time we are living in. And if no one ever told you as a souled individual, if you have the animate, if you can understand love at all, if you continue to do things that go against love, even though you see everybody else doing it, even though you see it all over the TV, even though you see it all over the movies, and even though they're teaching you to do that in school, to do things that go against love, I can't help that that's the nature of reality. We're allergic as souled individuals. We're allergic to things that go against love. We're allergic to anything other than love. We need to have love only. We need to remain in love only and get rid of and recognize lies for lies, okay? Lie is a lie and it can never be true. Love is true. Love is the most high frequency, and love is what we all want anyway, because with love comes joy, peace, contentment, kindness, patience, self-control, all of the things, forgiveness and thankfulness, all of the things that we can look and we say are good things, but then your mind and your body want to come in and say, oh, well, those things are just for people who are pretending to be good people, and they just want to lord it over everybody. It's like, the people who have love, they're not lording it over you. It's the opposite. The people who have love and have the capacity for love and they have those qualities are trying to help you. And that's what really pisses people off, because the people who have love and they found freedom and they turned around and they're trying to help you understand that you are eating something you're allergic to. You're eating something you're allergic to, okay? And these people are trying to tell you that, and they're trying to help you, and you are hating them. You are hating them and saying, oh, those people think they're so good because they stopped drinking milk when they're lactose intolerant. Like, if you put it in those terms, it's very, very dumb. It's very, very dumb. But that's the nature of this reality, because there is, I'm not going to get into that right now, but there is a covering layer over the entirety of reality, and what people who understand love are trying to do, they're trying to lift that layer, that covering up off of you, that veil that's over you up off of you, so that you can get out from under the bondage. It's like there's like a net over top of you, right? Like a net you throw out to catch fish. There's like a net over top of you, and everybody is walking around with this net over top of them. It has them in bondage and they're trapped. And what the people who understand love are trying to do, they're trying to help you take that net off so you can get unstuck and you can get free. Okay? They're trying to help you get out from under this net that's got you trapped. And just like an abused animal, or just like a scared animal, okay, because your mind and your body are animalistic, right? If there's an animal who's trapped and you are trying to help them, they could hurt you badly because they don't understand that you are trying to help them, right? So this wild animal that's stuck, say a wild horse got stuck in a barbed wire fence, right? Well, if you have love in you, you're going to go try and help that animal, right? Well, when you clip the barbed wire, the horse could kick, could flip, could bite you, could charge you, could do all these things against you, because they don't understand that you, excuse me, you are the one who is trying to help them. You're not trying to hurt them. So that is what the exact thing that's happening in this reality. The people who love and they realize all of these things that I have told you, and they're coming back and they're trying to tell you, like, hey, stop drinking the friggin' milk. You're allergic to it. It's going to make you sick. And it is making you sick. And now you don't have a family. And now your wife left. And now all of these things happened, right? But the people are in their natural mind and body, okay? When we're here, we're in our natural mind and body, which is animalistic in nature, okay? So they are treating the people who love the same way as that wild horse was treating the person trying to help it, okay? They don't understand that they're trying to help you, and they think that you're trying to hurt them, and they don't trust you, and they question why you're saying the things you're saying, and this, that, and the other, because they don't have love in them. So they can't imagine going and helping someone else, you know what I mean? Because they don't have that in them yet. They can't imagine spending all your time and energy and resources, all these different things on someone else trying to help other people, and what you would get out of it. It's like, well, what are these people getting out of what they're doing? It's like they have freedom. What these people have that understand love, they now have freedom, and they are trying to use their freedom to free other people, to free the captives. Love, perfect love, came here to free the captives. People are captive. People are walking around with a net over them, a covering, and a covering over them that is stopping them from understanding love, and is stopping them from King Beetle on a coconut estating. So that's a Me Without You song, and he talks about being turned into the light, in love is light. So if you have a net on you, and you are in bondage and you are trapped or whatever, you can't merge with love. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to free you, get this bondage off of you, get you free, so that you can merge with love, and all the love is going to come together. All the love is coming together as we speak. It's like the toilet bowl flushing, right? All the not love is going down, and it's going to go bye-bye. This is not an everlasting reality. This reality is self-cannibalizing. Something has to eat something, has to eat something, has to eat something to survive, okay? This is like a middle ground. This is a filtration system when you really get down to it, okay? This is a filtration system where you choose, do you want to love, or do you not want to love? So the toilet is flushing, and the things that are not of love are going down. The things that are lies and they aren't true, and it's all the stuff that makes us souled individuals sick. It's getting faster and faster and faster, and there's more and more and more. It's concentrated, and it's quicker, and it, and just like fast water, the faster water is, the more it can damage you, the more it can hurt you. So that is what's happening now. It's just like trying to get as many people in it as they possibly can for you to get sucked down in it. But what I'm trying to say is, don't do that. Get off the slippery slope of all the things that make you sick, and get on the solid one of love that's going to keep you safe and be everlasting and eternal. Everlasting and eternal, never ending, never dying, okay? So, man, all right. Some people are allergic to milk, but they really like ice cream, right? So they take their chance and they play their cards, and they're like, okay, well, if I eat this much ice cream, I only get this sick, and I can do it every so often, you know what I mean? And that's how people treat the things that I'm saying too, right? It's like, well, I only do a little bit of Coke, and I only do it once a month or whatever, Well, here's the thing. It's all, or I only like to have sex with strangers, or I only like to do all these different little things that people like to do or whatnot. I only like to do it a little bit, so I only do it once a month, right? Well, the one time you do it, it didn't work out right, so you do it again the next day. Well, that's a slippery slope, because you doing something one time is more likely for you to do it way more than one time than for someone who's never doing those things to get stuck on it, right? Nobody starts doing things with the idea of like, oh, I'm going to be addicted to this. I can't wait to do this drug. It's like, no, nobody starts out that way. You're just doing it to try it or whatever, like, or you're trying to numb out, or you're trying to fit in, or whatever reason you have to do it, you're doing it. And it's all a slippery slope, all of it. When you're on a slippery slope, you start and you know it's slippery, so you're paying good attention. But then all of a sudden, you lose your attention for just a second, and whoop, you slip and you fall and you go down the slippery slope and you bust your ass and you get messed up. And that is exactly what all of these things with that lactose thing, like, oh, I only eat a little bit of ice cream, and if I don't eat this much, or I won't eat that much. Well, what happens if you didn't gauge that right, okay, and you ate too much freaking milk and then you died? You know what I mean? What happens if you didn't gauge it right, because we're just humans, right? And you're just in your mind and your body, and your mind and your body want more and more and more all of the time. So it's like, oh, well, I did this last time and it was just a little bit. Now I can do this. Okay, if I just do a little bit more, then that should be totally fine, you know, and that's in your logical mind, because your mind and your body are in a less than perfect state, and they want what they want, and they're selfish and they're subtle, and we get tricked by ourselves all of the time. Your mind and your body is